It is literally every day that this guy does something. Where's his wife? Isn't his wife a doctor? Isn't his wife like somebody that should protect her husband instead of trying to sell like 100 copies of her book? I mean, at some point, I would hope that my wife, because I don't know how my life's going to be. I'm 60 years old. I have no idea. But I would hope at some point my wife, if I am doing this show and I continue to embarrass myself because, frankly, I don't really know where the heck I am, I would hope at some point my wife would say, hey, Dan, enough. Like, I get it, you're the president and you say stupid stuff and the idiots that were holding up their phones trying to get a picture of them just laugh about it. But this is every day. This is every time this guy gets into the public view. You know, whether it's standing here looking to shake hands with somebody and not knowing where the hell he is. I mean, look, I understand how it makes us look to other countries, and that's the way that goes. But on a more personal level, shouldn't we or she or whoever is in charge of our president, shouldn't they take care of him at this stage of his life? Doesn't that just make sense? It does to me. And I've actually told Lee, like, I'm really not a conservative and I'm really not a liberal. I just pay attention. And in paying attention, this guy doesn't know where he is half the time. Yeah, I was watching Winning Time last night, the Lakers thing on HBO. I had taped it because I was flying home Sunday night, and it's not one of those series that already happened and you can go binge watch it. It's every Sunday night on HBO, so I had taped it. And last night I'm watching it, and this reminded me of somebody trying to take care of Joe Biden. The owner of the Lakers, Dr. Jerry Buss, had a decision to make. Is he going to play, or is he going to have Paul Westhead, who's been running the team, continue on as the head coach, or is he going to have Jack McKinney, who basically set up the program for the Lakers with Magic Johnson and Kareem and the rest, but he got in a horrific bike accident and his mental capacity is in question. So at the end of the day, Buss has to make this decision. Buss decides to go with what he set his heart and go and have Jack McKinney become the coach for the playoffs. It all had to be decided before the playoffs. McKinney started the season, got hurt, Westhead took it over, did really well. Now they're in the playoffs and McKinney's ready to come back. So Dr. Jerry Buss, he goes to McKinney's house with roses, with a bottle of wine or champagne to celebrate that he has picked Dr. Jack McKinney to be the head coach. McKinney opens the door. It's a little bit of a sun glare. McKinney looks, doesn't recognize his owner. And he doesn't not recognize his owner because of the glare. He doesn't recognize Dr. Jerry Buss because his mental capacities aren't quite there. They're not back from this horrific accident. And Dr. Jerry Buss, in an effort, he has to change course immediately because he understands that Dr. Jack Ramsay isn't mentally equipped to handle the job right now. So what does Jerry Buss do? He gives the flowers, he gives the champagne, he says, hey, I just want to tell you, I'm glad you're up and around, and he leaves. He doesn't offer him the job. He then offers it to Westhead. He protected McKinney. Of course he protected the Lakers. Of course he did, right? Of course. But he protected McKinney as well. There is nobody here that is protecting our president. He is allowed to go out literally every single day in front of folks and look, frankly, demented and sad. Where are the people that truly, supposedly care about him? If they're there, I don't see them. And that, to me, is sad. Lastly, let's show the tweet, I think, about student loans. Are we really going to make folks that never went to college, are we really going to make my family, iron workers, truck drivers, steel workers, Are we really going to make them, those folks that never went to college, never thought about going to college, don't go to college, pay off folks who knowingly took out loans, knowingly, and if they didn't, it's on their own, knowingly had interest rates that are exorbitant, but they knew what they were doing. So now are we really going to go back? I think Senator Melendez is right. Biden says he's going to forgive federal student loan debt. The waitress, the truck driver, the fast food worker who didn't go and couldn't afford college will pay college debts further. That's not right. Should as Allison Williams said last week, and we'll talk to Allison tomorrow, should colleges and should the student loan corporations be held accountable for basically the extortion? Absolutely. This should not happen. But asking these folks, the waitress, the truck driver, the fast food worker, people trying to get by to use your money, hell, my money, to pay off someone's student loan, that just seems, well, it doesn't seem right. It just doesn't. I'm sorry, it just absolutely does not seem right to me. And I would love that Senator Melissa Melendez said that. I love that she put that out there. I think she's absolutely right. And I think, frankly, that is a question that needs to be asked of anybody in your district or anybody representing you that is for forgiving all the student loan debt to people that knowingly went into a contract. I just don't think it's right.